Oh.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Golden Eagles offense will come out first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sunday.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and you've seen it all year long.
That makes this thing go, but they got to keep stable fast. They want this offensive line, the big physical guys, to really lean on Texas Tech. They've got to have success.
Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time ball versus big-time ball. That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
Out of bounds after the good pickup, spotted at the 25-yard line. Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. To the air, it's Hart. Fire to the right, complete. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Delaware. First score of the game goes up.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Southern Mississippi ready to send that offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Looking to throw on first down. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31. The Golden Eagles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Let's chat for just a moment about Southern Miss. At some point, the media needs to recognize this is a team on a hot streak. They put together a nice record, winning 3 straight, now knocking on the door of the top 25.
Yeah, and I think, Reese, the media also realizes what happened early in the season, and they took a few lumps.
He played for Florida State last year.
But I feel like the last 3 weeks,
Malik Benson played for Florida State last year.
I agree. I think in college football, year in, year out, teams get better and teams get worse. This is the former. They're starting to realize and figure out what gives them the best chance to win week in, week out. Guys are playing at a very high level. I don't see that stopping for them.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Taylor wants to throw it. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. And the Golden Eagles will line up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Guys, a Delaware offense going back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. And it will be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
And the Blue Hens want to pick up the tempo. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He lets it fly. What a grab along the left sideline. Got the foot down in a strong throw. Put it right on the money. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Delaware.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Southern Mississippi has it back, and the Golden Eagle offense headed to the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Makes the catch, gets man. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
To the air. It's Hart. Using his feet to buy time. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man. Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. He's got him this time. Russell out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening. And what an opening quarter for this offense. They've got it again, first and goal. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Hens. And they take it in for 6 more points. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final in one of the game's underrated rivalries between Northern Illinois and Ball State. Northern Illinois put together a very impressive showing today in one of the more complete victories we've seen from the Huskies in some time. Never a dull moment when it comes to football in the region, and that certainly held true again today.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. And now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He wants to take the top off. Oh, he's got some space. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. The Golden Eagles have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the grab, it's Hammond. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. And the Golden Eagles can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll lead it with him. It's on the defender. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. The Golden Eagles are moving quickly down the field. Will throw it on the read. He's all the way down on the 3, and the electric run has him set up. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Trying to search it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Southern Mississippi.
Sometimes these games can snowball. You get down 21, next thing you know, you look up, it might be 35. Nice answer, put a drive together. Now the defense has got to get you a stop. Then you try to put another drive together. One possession at a time, try to climb back in this football.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Virginia found a way to rescue victory from the jaws of defeat. A perfect example of just how strong this program is. All about stacking wins there in Charlottesville. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that. It sounds as if they had a good one there. They speed it for 45. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Big play to start this drive, and they're already out at the 48. It's first down. That one comes out hot down the right side. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to throw, it's Hart. Throws to the wideout. Deep line of the defense. They just gash the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
The Blue Hens look to do some damage in the red zone. Back to pass on second down. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Looking for space. It's man. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to go up. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep, good coverage.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Zings it complete to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Golden Eagles will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. No better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute.
No way close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And the Blue Hens come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive. Unloads it downfield. It's complete. Touchdown, Delaware. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Finds his man. It's Polk. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He leaves it with his back. And after the stop, that's going to put a bow on this first quarter. A third down try for the offense. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Taylor wants to throw. Wide open downfield. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
On defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback, disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. They're dealing with a second and long. Rides the back on the option again. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. They want to throw. Safe completion on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. The Golden Eagles will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. Wants to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. So now it's second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Flex it out of the air. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
Well, the drag route's put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The Blue Hens have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at second and a mile. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beat. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Lining up to convert third down. They just keep firing. It's complete to the left. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. And the Blue Hens are on the move. Wide receiver going in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be second and 3.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the first down.
Going for the ball. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Looking downfield, it's Hart. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense got it. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Sutherland. The defense putting points on the board.
You always hear coaches harping on their quarterbacks to keep two hands on the ball. That time, he got hit. The ball came free, bounced right into the defender's hands. He makes them pay, taking it back all the way for a score.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. The give from the gun. Got enough for the first. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Line gets set. First down. Use the play fake. Now the throw. And wings it incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Fires left. Zips it out to his man. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. The Blue Hens with the 1st and 10. The inside handoff. At the 35, he's open. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example.
And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that's his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, he's the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Taylor wants to throw it. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. After not getting a thing done on first down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. Back to pass. Setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Let's talk for a minute about Southern Miss. They were really excited about the pickup they got last week. Commitment from a 3-star defensive back, David. And when programs at this level can get guys like that in the building, everybody celebrates.
That whole building gets excited because transfer portal is one thing, but high school recruiting, when you can get somebody out of high school with some raw tools that are really good, you can see the future could be bright. You take those guys, you try to develop them instead of going into the transfer portal.
Looking deep on the right side. He's got it inside the 25. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Takes the grab on the left. Touchdown, Southern Mississippi. And they take it in for 6 more points.
You got to wonder if that's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the quarterback now starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown. And here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. It's a man. They get to him. A lot of play there to pick up the first
could use some of that. And with that completion, now he's over 400 yards on the day. That's a really, really good game for this quarterback. He's been almost flawless.
Back to throw, it's Hart. He's got it. And that's a very productive first down play of bringing up 2nd and 3. And the Blue Hens want to crank the tempo. Got the back over the middle. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the catch.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense.
Touchdown, Delaware! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Southern Mississippi ready to send that offense back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to beat.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Golden Eagles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Fires to the wideout. He's straight downfield. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. The offense will quickly use the timeout. Looking for a productive play on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Right down the middle. He's got an open man. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Golden Eagles in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Then they spike it to stop the clock. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. From the gun, wants to pass. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And the Golden Eagles will bring the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And that is how a punter helps out his defense, hitting them deep in their own territory. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. To the air on first down. The screen, and watch out. Finds a crease at the 20. There he goes. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points. It's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. And the try is no good. Missed the field goal, but still up by 3 touchdowns at 21. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Golden Eagles will kick it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. They keep it on the ground to open the 3rd. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Looking for a man. It's Hart. Finds his big tight end. And there might have been trouble if they second down. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. The Blue Hens send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Southern Mississippi has it back, and the Golden Eagle offense headed to the field. They'll run the RPO right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Great play by the quarterback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Off the play fake. Quickly out to the tight end. He gets across the 25, steered out of bounds at the 26. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. The give to the back. Fouls through the defense. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. And the Golden Eagles getting set on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Bringing the heat. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it, though.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. The Golden Eagles will send out the punt unit. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together next time.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. And at this point, the defense looks as if they've been in one of those dizzy bat races. They've got no idea where the ball's coming from. He's over 500 yards passing.
Yeah, this is a Heisman Trophy level performance from this guy. The accuracy, the decision-making, the athleticism, everything has been on display.
He's been all by himself. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they've completely flipped the field.
Trying to power it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Delaware.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Southern Mississippi ready to send that offense back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Makes the
anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll go to the ground. Getting that push. They pick up a 4 out to the 26.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Got it set up on the outside. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. And the Blue Hens will line it up on 1st and 10. Unloads to the right. Got him downfield. At the 45, he's loose. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what they saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. They need better effort in the back end for this defense.
Yeah, nice job finding my wide receiver. And then how about the wide receiver turning into a running back, getting upfield, getting some positive yards, and getting the first down.
The Blue Hens with a 2nd and short to keep turning it on. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
And the Blue Hens will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Hens. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Southern Mississippi has it back, and the Golden Eagle offense headed to the field. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far. And if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Taylor wants to throw. Got his man quick. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Just under a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. They'll snap it on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. And the Golden Eagles can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Southern Mississippi. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
He'll try to tack on one more. Bangs it through for an extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped off the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 50 yards out. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. They still have want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. Quick release by the QB. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
Man, that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly and that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback making the right read, being patient, throwing that strike.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to pass, it's Hart. Shoots it to the left. This time on target. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the third quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game. But the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stocks like what they...
And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did. The Blue Hens will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And near the sticks, it's Perry. Brought down at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. It'll be a first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Delaware. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, rivalry game in the SEC. Of course, that's almost redundant in that league, but check this out. Georgia looked dominant on the way to victory today. That offense had 0 problem putting up points, and the defense almost resembled the days of Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, and Nakobe Dean. Going to be very interesting to see what the fallout from this one is, because as we know, you can't lose games in the SEC like this without some blowback.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Right in the middle, it's Polk. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Golden Eagles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here.
And the Golden Eagles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Big moment here for the defense. Can you come up with one more stop? You've got the lead. It's 4th and short. You're kind of in no man's land, so you're expecting them to go for it. If you can get off the field right here, you can win this game.
He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Leaves it with the running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And just wedges it ahead. 6. Back to pass. It's Hart. That's caught. It's Perry. Now well within striking distances. That third down play gets them a first at the 29. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Inside the 15, first and 10 from the 14. Here comes the heat. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Movie.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Finds it on the left. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. An explosive way to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Wants to go up top on first down. Gets it to him on the screen. Runs through a tackle.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. And listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together.
He holds one deep down the right side. It's right inside the 10. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1.
Yeah.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. Taylor wants to lose. There's the pressure. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense has it. They're on the move. He's at the 40. At the 20. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. They put another one on the board here in the fourth quarter, and how about this team? Just a lone blemish on the resume and about to go to 10-1. And with the scoop and score, the defense not only gets the ball back, they take the lead with the score.
Jeez, you're just thinking, hey, I got to get this stop, get the ball back to my offense, give us a chance to maybe win the game in the end. How about this flip now? Now we're winning. Now we just got to go out, get one more stop, and we ice this thing. And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back. The next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day.
And Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. This time it's complete.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen,
Throws toward the end zone. I'm sorry, you are unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous play. A late touchdown.
and a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
And it's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football.